Hey everyone, this week I'm trying DiGiorno's thin crust pizza. We had the rising crust pizza a few weeks ago and that was surprisingly better than I remember DiGiorno pizza being. They also have all kinds of different other styles. They have the croissant crust, the crispy pan crust, and I saw an article I was reading that they're coming out with a Detroit style pizza coming in the summer. DiGiorno's has all kinds of different styles of pizza. Caden's a big fan of the thin crust style pizza, so we're going to go ahead and try this one out and see how it is. Hopefully it's good. We got the pepperoni variety today. It says it's got now even crispier crust, golden and crispy thin. And definitely the one thing that has changed since I had DiGiorno's is, they got bought out by Nestle. They used to be Kraft, I think, when I had it before when I was a kid. So now it's owned by Nestle, so the recipe may have changed just a little bit, but it was pretty good last time. So you can see, it's actually, I didn't realize it's a rectangle pizza. I didn't know it was going to be rectangle. I thought it was going to be round. It's a DiGiorno thin crust rectangle pizza. Looks pretty nice. Got the standard vacuum packaging. Let's go ahead and take it out, put it in the oven. One thing that's nice about these DiGiorno's is they make these plastic wraps pretty easy to open. You just got to tear it there real easily since they have those little kind of jagged edges and it just comes right out. This one's a decent looking pie. All right, pizza is done. Time to get it out of the oven here. Looks pretty good. It's not super duper thin when, a lot of the thin crust you get are a little bit thinner than this, it seems like. You can see that on the thin crust DiGiorno, it's thin, but it's not super duper thin. They do got a decent amount of pepperonis on there. You can see they kind of do a cool little pattern with the pepperonis. They do 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So you got 23 pepperonis on there with 15 plus 8. You can see, I think the square pizza flustered me a little bit. I didn't move my pepperonis around. So I think we're going to cut this in like a 3x3. So you can see this DiGiorno thin and crispy is thinner than the rising crust for sure, but it's not overly thin. Definitely makes for a decent looking slice. All right, pizza time. Not a bad looking slice. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the DiGiorno sauce. And the crust on this thin and crispy is actually not that bad. It's pretty good. I'll tell you, I was just a little thrown off by the square. I honestly thought it was going to be a circle. There's an okay amount of cheese on here, but, a decent amount of pepperonis. I like the fact that DiGiorno puts a good amount of pepperonis on this one. Caden, what do you think? I do tell you, one thing I really like about DiGiorno's is the sauce on here, and the fact that they put a decent amount so you can taste it. Some other frozen pizzas are getting a little stingy with the sauce, but the DiGiorno has a good amount of sauce on there, and it's a nice tasting sauce. For pizza, I'm going to give the DiGiorno thin crust a 7.6. It's a really tasty pie. I feel like the thin crust make a little better crust than on the frozen pizzas than a thicker crust. For value, we're going to give the DiGiorno's a 7. We got this for $4.77 at Harris Teeter on an EVIC special. So it was a pretty good deal. Sometimes, DiGiorno can be a little expensive just off the bat, but they do run specials from time to time. For our running rankings, we got Lytle Take and Bake, Newman's Own, the American Flatbread, One Bite, Surfer Boy Stranger Things, Palermo's Thin, Home Run Inn, Freschetta Rising Crust, Hearth and Fire, DiGiorno Rising Crust. We're going to put the DiGiorno Thin Crust right above it. Wild Mike's, Connie's, Red Baron Classic, Red Baron Brick Oven, Bellatoria, and then the Geno's East Find at Aldi at the top. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day.